a whole title. Did everything I could, but they were like, no, girl, no. They were like, you're actually gonna just pop up on a live, whatever the fuck we said. So that's fine. Anyways, it's been a long time. I should have left you. Um, you know what? We're gonna put you right here. But yeah, I feel like it's very clear that right now, streaming with you in the car is probably like they're just the easiest way to. I don't know. I feel like I really could just stream with you in the house, but I was already out, honestly. I was taking care of some errands. It's not like I'm hiding out, but I do think like the other night when I was just trying to get some privacy, it's like that's just one of the things. But in this moment, I was just coming from running. What up, Aqua? Hope you're doing well. Hope everyone's doing well. It's been a minute. I just want to talk about some things that have been going left, just like I unload. But I really just came here to kick it and just have a good time. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I just listen. I just put some moisturizer on. I'm glad that I look anything. Honestly, I'm glad that I got up today. But yeah, with that being said, I'm not trying to make this be like an emotional trauma dumpy live or nothing because I'm really trying to kick it with y'all and just hang out. But I am gonna say that, bitch. Just give me 1 minute. Just 1 minute. Just 1 minute for the bitches that need an update. For one minute. Bitch, first of all, sciatic nerve. Did a lot of research on that, bitch. Woo! Bitch, the way that sciatic nerve was sciatic nerving. Not playing with me. So yeah, a bitch is getting old. My body is letting me know. You know what I mean? Body was like, girl, listen, it's beyond blow up mattresses and motherfucking um whatchamacallits. It's beyond all of that. Like it's beyond all of that. Like it's orthopedic shoe, like body is laid like orthopedic shoe, body is laid like osteoporosis, body is laid like need calcium, you know what I mean? Body is laid like magnesium support. Absolutely. Mm-hmm. Absolutely. Listen, no, we all do got a vent. But listen, I've been going through so much that it's like if I really tried to lay my burdens down on y'all probably fucking die. So like literally, I'm not trying to kill nobody, bitch. Real talk, but I was going through it all, bitch. I thought I had fucking sciatica, bitch. Turns out I just need to do some motherfucking moves and shit like that. I'll be okay. But bitch, I thought I had it all. Bitch, I thought I had it all, bitch. But they were like, no, you don't have it all, bitch. You just need to fucking stretch and move your body and get up off the floor. So that's doctor recommended. I love to hear that. Love to hear that the doctor putting some thousands on me, but it's fine. We'll get through it, don't we? So we get through it. Anyways, and one more update. Why the fuck? Y'all know how to be driving, bitch. So the man that drives me places. Bitch, he done fucking fell out like he was fucking shit dead, bitch. And I was fucking shit worried, bitch, because I was like, what the fuck? So yeah, he came back to life, but there was still a moment there where I was like, girl, what the fuck? So yeah, I don't know what that is. I feel like he needs to go to the doctor, bitch, obviously. But until he does, you know what I mean? We're just waiting for the car to break down again, I guess. I don't fucking know. I'm gonna be real with you. This got me thinking, romantic love. What a scam. You know what I mean? Because we're not gonna last forever, bitch. It's giving who gonna go first, bitch. It's giving, you know what I mean? It's giving late stage capitalism, bitch. Woo! Late stage capitalism and the hearts do not mix. Because I'm like, bitch, who? Oh my God, Aqua. Not ask me what became of my ex-fiance. I honestly don't know, and I would put out I would file a missing persons report, but that seems ridiculous at this point. You know what I mean? Because all I have is Indian man farted in his face. I don't remember his name. I know he was a Leo though, which means that something's wrong with me. So at the end of the day, I don't want to go up there and look foolish. You know what I mean? I feel like when people are missing, you need a certain amount of information. I don't have enough. I certainly don't have enough. He's going to be lost forever, unfortunately. Like I don't see me being able to find him ever again. And I feel like that's probably for the best, don't you? Think about it. Just think about it, love. Just think. Okay, and then also last thing, last trial and tribulation, which probably not gonna be my last trial and tribulation, but the most recent one. Bitch, why are white people dragging me so bad? Like, they're dragging me so bad. And bitch, and listen, 9 times out of 10, I probably did do the shit. But in this instance, I'm innocent, bitch. I'm fucking innocent. I literally went up in there and I said, if anybody would like a card pulled, if they would like a card pulled, I'll pull a card for you. Now I done forgot that you can't do nothing nice for the colonizer, bitch, because the colonizer gonna find some way to beat your ass. Like you can't do nothing nice for him, can you, bitch? Oh my god, the way white people are eating me up. This motherfucker called me a tax evader, bitch. All because I asked to pull their cards. I said, sir, you do not have to get the tarot card reading. He was like, you're trying to get some money. I'm like, girl, I said it was free. I'm like, do you not see where it says gift? This motherfucker said, no promo. I was like, I'm in my bed. I was like, I don't have a tarot cards practice or website. There's nothing where you could go to like do anything for me. I'm just trying to offer something. And these motherfuckers is eating me up, girl. Two different groups. And honestly, the second one, I was just trying to see something, just trying to see like, is it really this dead out here? And keep in mind, the groups are for free. They're buy nothing groups. The groups are for people to buy not one thing. I offered nothing for sale. I just said, if you want a car pull, I got you. Somebody had hit me up talking about something. They want a car pull for this and that. I was like, well, pick one. Because I said, I'm doing free one car reading. Like, I wasn't even like, oh, I'm trying to sell you something. I was just like, pick one. I'm like, if you want a tip for the second one, that's okay. But we're doing free one car readings right now. That's what we're doing right now. And motherfuckers really try to come for me. They really try to get me put out there. And then the second time that this happened, it all was a matter of hours, bitch. And like the way that these white people are popping up, it has been funny, but it's been sad. It's been funny but sad because it's just like, bro, it's free, it's buy nothing group. Keep in mind. So you go to that group and like people give away like Christmas trees and shit to people. People are doing like good works unto each other and sharing with each other. These motherfuckers had the nerve to give me a warning talking about I'm off topic of the group, and then I was promoting. And I was like, girl, I wasn't promoting anything. I was just asking if folks wanted a car pulled, and like motherfuckers got mad. Not Barack. You're funny as hell, Aqua. Like, you're funny as hell. Like, you know what? You need to go into comedy, bitch. And don't even... I'm being so for real. Hit me up on Facebook. Because somebody... Low-key, this is so fucking random. But, like, I was in my Facebook messages, like, from, like, 10 years ago. Because, bitch, that's just me. That's just some Capricorn things. And I was just like... what's going on here? And somebody had reached out to me about doing a reality show, and I was dying laughing because I was just like, bitch, imagine if I had really reached out to this lady. Imagine if I had really got a show, bitch. That would have been funny as hell. But I'm talking to the lady now. And bitch, here's the thing. I'm so glad that I didn't talk to the lady 10 years ago because that would have been fucking crazy, bitch. Now I know it's gonna be fucking crazy and I'm excited about it. But at the time, I wouldn't have known how crazy it's gonna be. But now I do. And with that being said, I probably don't even fucking understand. You know what I mean? I'm gonna put that out there too. I don't even fucking understand how crazy it's gonna be, but I'm saying this to say that if anybody does have an idea or knows what they want to do or has a creative idea, I'm not trying to take it from you. I'm just letting you know there's a lady who contacted me, and if I can pass you along, I'll reach out to her and ask. But definitely reach out if you have an idea or a vision, because baby, this lady seemed realistic. Like she told me, she's like, bitch, I'm actually booked, but let's circle back in the new year. So bitch, sit on it till fucking January or talk to me now, and then we'll figure out how to bring it to her. But I personally don't have any reason to do anything with anything reality TV wise. But I'm intrigued. You know what I mean? I'm intrigued. I'm like, what the fuck is she trying to bring me? I don't know. But I started watching like old Real Housewives and old like New York. And I was just like, you know what? Like Lowest of Keys, like they're hilarious, but they had no idea how hilarious they were, which is frustrating because it's like in retrospect, there are just so many girls that just made reality TV watchable. Nowadays, I'm watching shit from 10 years ago. I'm not watching nothing from now. What up, love is a woman? I seen you comment. Thank you for reaching out. Yeah, no, I just been going through a lot, trying to just, try to take care of myself. Then my man literally, I still don't know. He called it a migraine. I'm like, girl, go to the hospital. Like, go to the fucking hospital, bitch. And then we in the motherfucking hospital, and they're like, we don't know, bitch. He over here throwing up. He looking crazy, bitch. And it's, again, there's no diagnosis for him. For me, they're like, sciatica, bitch, your sciatic nerve. Like, they don't want to call it sciatica, but they want to say it's my sciatic nerve. I'm like, sciatica? They're like, no. They're like, you don't have it like that. They're like, you need to just move your body. I'm like, okay. They're like, do you have a bed? I'm like, I don't. They're like, bitch, we need to get in a bed. I'm like, bitch, I'm working on it. But yeah, it's been time, so I really haven't had no real desire to come up on here because, bitch, I just been going through shit. So it's like, what, I'm gonna sit up here and go through stuff with y'all. No shade, no shade, no shade, no shade. Because again, I just feel like I don't want to assume everyone's going through stuff because low key, bitch. That's why I lost a friend. That's why I lost a friend this year, bitch. Because I was assuming we all going through stuff. So I'm like, bitch, let me not assume everybody going through stuff, but at the same time, I don't want to be a trauma dumper. I don't want to be just every time we talk, we trauma dumping because I know some people dragged me before. They was like, girl, you always fucking telling. I'm like, girl, sometimes shit is going left. Like sometimes shit is really going left. And I feel like as a person that creates content, I don't want to be acting like shit's not going left. If shit's not going left, I'm not gonna say it's not going left. If it's really going good, I'm gonna be like, it's going good. But like at the same time, I do think that speaking for a collective can be a hard thing. I also think speaking for yourself, talking about your own shit can trigger people. People don't want to be talking about what they're going through. Sometimes they just want to be fucking. I get it. Trust me. That's why I'm not looking at you in the eye. I'm in my own little, you know what I mean? And again, every time I turn around, I see somebody talking about they're going through something. I'm like, oh, I hear you. I'm just trying to hold space, but I feel like motherfuckers be scared to say they're going through stuff because then it feels like, you asking for something. Sometimes we just want to talk about what the fuck we going through. I think that that's acceptable. But again, because we live in a world of like people feeling like they have to perform care, it's like you can't even say that you're going through something because then it almost feels like you're asking people for something when you're not, when you're just genuinely existing and talking about what you're going through. Which sucks because I feel like mutual aid being a part of like our community, just being a part of supporting people, period. I feel like it's going left. I feel like it's going very left to where like people feel like scared to even say that they're going through something because they see other people going through things and having a whole campaign and then feeling like if they're not outright asking, are they dry begging? Like, ugh. Frustrating times, but as I said, I'm not gonna spend too much time talking about my woes and my troubles, bitch, because lowest of keys, there's so many fucking things to talk about, and that's why I come here. But yeah, you said the 30s. Yeah. No, see, again, thank you so much. Thank you. Like, listen, it's not like I have nothing for betting, but babe, babe, it's the way we got the house. And that's when we got the house, bitch. Like, it's the way we moved and we got the move. You know what I mean? You know what I'm talking about, bitch. It's like we either will have a bed or have no food. You feel what I'm saying here? It's like we either have a bed or have nothing to eat. You feel me? I'm like, I'd rather have something to eat. Like, I would rather have something to eat than have no bed. You know what I'm saying? Like, somebody knows what I'm saying. It's like you have a food or you have a bed. I would rather have a food. What am I doing for Thanksgiving? I'm gonna be honest with you. My plan is to there's this app called, I think it's called like Food to Go or Too Good to Go. I'm gonna find out and post it in the comments because I'm sorry for being a whack bitch that don't know exactly what the fuck I'm talking about right now. But there's an app that allows you to go to different places like Whole Foods and small restaurants and stuff. And right before they're getting ready to like bring in new inventory, they will be offering a discount for a lot of stuff. My partner and I have hit it up a couple times. It's been really nice. It's like under $10, and we're getting we're getting not red beans and rice, but we're getting like a Cuban style bean and rice. We're getting like some stewed meat. Like there's different types of stuff, but I will say this, it's not consistent in terms of like what you're gonna get. Like you may be wanting something savory and then they're giving you cakes. Like I'm not gonna lie, we got one. It was mad Trace Legends cakes in there. And I was happy, right? But when you thinking you about to get something like arroz, you know what I mean? You think you're gonna get a burrito? You think you're gonna get a taco? It's kind of crazy to see a bunch of motherfucking cakes. Yes, I do know how to cook. I appreciate you for asking. Good afternoon to you as well. I also want to be super candid. That I did take mushrooms before I came here, and I feel like it's important to know only because I have not been experimenting with the capsules for a minute. Like I have not taken a capsule in a minute. It's been a minute. On top of that, this is a new strain for me. It's called Iceberg, and a lot of people said it gives visuals. It do some shit to the eyes. I'm not gonna play with you. Like I took two capsules and I definitely feel it. But I started tripping like an hour ago, so I felt like good enough to come here. I felt like I'd be chatty, but I feel like, as I said, I'm mentioning it because I don't want anyone to think like I'm usually just obviously, bitch. I'm looking around this shit. It do make you look. What'd you say? You saw a lady get a whole dinner from Whole Foods. Now here's the thing. I did recently steal from Whole Foods, and I just want to put y'all onto something that maybe some people aren't missing. But Whole Foods decided that like if you use one of their brown paper thingies, that they're gonna weigh the food per pound. I didn't appreciate that. So what I decided to do was take the large 32-ounce soup guy, right? Follow me here, and put some of the fucking the chicken tikka at the bottom. Then fill it with mad rice. Then more tikka masala on the top. Top it with a couple pieces of the naan. You gotta get creative, bitch. You gotta punch it in there, and then you put it on the top. The soup is only $10.99. I'm not saying it's reasonable for soup to be $10.99 for 32 ounces. I'm not saying anything of that sort, but I'm saying you get yourself an Indian meal, an Indian dinner. You get yourself an Indian dinner with naan, rice, and meat included for $10.99. I feel like that's worth it in this world, and it was hot and it was good as hell. And again, they also have fried chicken. They also have some sort of cheesy noodle, macaroni and cheese. Excuse me, I forgot that word for one moment. But yeah, they have all types of stuff. Mashed potatoes. The mashed potatoes look kind of sick to me, honestly, at that time of the night. But maybe at the top of the day, again, the soup container will allow you to get just as much food. Well, maybe not just as much. I feel like that brown container could probably hold a couple pounds. Let's be real. But fuck that. Fuck them charging by the pound. I think they said like 20 a pound. I think it said 20 a pound or some shit. I was shook. I'm like, my God. Bitch, not the squirrel. Not the squirrel following this lady. I'm screaming. That is funny as hell. I'm dead. It's giving you been feeding him. He know you, bitch. Mm-mm. I ain't never seen this before. Wow. Why do you have beef with the squirrel? Why is he squaring up? Whoa. Anyways, bitch. Yeah, I'm on a very Caucasian street. It's a lot of stuff going on right now. I don't know. Anyways, do you have advice for dealing with an unhinged, melanin deficient boss? No, bitch. No, bitch. I feel like you gotta leave. I feel like that's the thing about it. Oh my God. Like that's the thing. There's nothing you can fucking do. Like when white people decide that they're going to be anti-black, like it feels bizarre to tell the black person that they gotta shift their behavior. It feels I just don't feel like that's accurate. You know what I mean? Accidentally a $30 that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Whatever the fuck you want from Whole Foods, put it in the big soup. Put it in the big soup or the little soup, bitch. I don't know. I don't know how you be eating. I know I'm a big soup, bitch. I know I'm a 32-ounce soup, bitch. So I'm talking to you. I'm talking to you. But if you go to the Whole Foods, bitch, I'm telling you, put it in the soup container. Who put it in the soup container, bitch? Especially if you're gonna get a $6 drink. If you're gonna get a $6 drink, might as well get an $11 entree, bitch. Might as well. Might as well. Might as well. Also, for some reason, Clubhouse is back and it's hilarious. There's a lot of women on there making fun of men, and it has been beautiful. There was a black woman named Fairy Godmother who started this space where she was asking men if their girlfriends had an OnlyFans account, would they be mad? And a bunch of the men were trying to say that that's not their type and they don't know, they don't fuck with. It's like, babe, they were eating these men up, just eating them. I was on there being like, yeah, I was like, men be paying for farts. I was like, strippers have boyfriends. I was like, porn stars are married. So, yo, Clubhouse still exists, believe it or not. But yeah, no. Christy, I'm screaming. I love you. Thank you for existing. You be on the same ones feeding it. Wow. Unrelated to literally everything. I don't know if y'all saw, but Drake did a pre-action for 2 different lawsuits. I know some people are talking about the one where he's filed against UGK. Excuse me. UMG. Delete what I just said. He filed against his label, which is also the same label as Kendrick Lamar. I didn't know they were under the same label. I don't know why. I thought they were both independent. Fascinating. Anyways, Drake was the first lawsuit Drake put out there, or the first pre-action rather, which is not the lawsuit, but he's basically putting out there that his label, which is the same as Kendrick's, is the same label that is trying to prop up Kendrick so that they can get Drake at a cheaper rate. So that's really that's what's being tossed around here. Because some people are saying that Drake looks like a Karen, looks like a Caucasian going to the law. Which I'm gonna be real with you, it's hilarious to think about that. But they're apparently in legalese, they're saying that Kendrick is being used to devalue Aubrey. And they're saying that the streams are not organic, which I find fucking fascinating, because he also said that Siri has been directing people to Kendrick. And I'm like, bitch, again, I'm high as hell, so go and watch Adrian Expression's video, because his video had me screaming. He's like, not Drake suing iRobot. He was like, not Drake suing Siri. I could not breathe. This man had me screaming. Adrian Expression, hilarious content. But yeah, no, their reading of the shits had me dying. But one thing that he didn't get, because this kind of came out after, was that he is also suing, or pre-action to sue, for someone saying that he was a sex offender, which is funny as hell, because it's just like, sir, you're very late. If somebody called me a sex offender, bitch, I'm handling it immediately. What the fuck? Not you waited a long periodically time. I don't know, bitch. Between me and you, I mean, even if Aubrey do get the settlement that he wants, it's like, what's the point? What up, Max? It just feels like a waste of time at this point to me. You think he's trying to make sure Not Like Us isn't performed at Super Bowl? That should be the least of his motherfucking worries, it seems. He's raising a quadroon, like, or an exotical, because I don't want to say, it might be an octoroon at this point. I don't know, girl. I don't know how far Dennis is removed from the baby. I don't fucking know, bitch. I'm not trying to be shady, but I'm just saying he got bigger fish to fry, babe. Like, he has a whole white passing child, babe. He got a lot of time on his hands to focus on that. I really feel like that's a focus point. Baby can't rap none of the catalog, you know what I mean? Just focus on that. Focus on being Caucasian. That's how I feel. Like, if you're gonna have a baby with a Caucasian lady, and also, you know what's even sadder is, like, I really feel like he would not be in Adonis' life if that shit wasn't exposed. I really hate to say that. But here's the other thing: how many other babies do Drake got? And I just feel like the other one's probably eating good. Jesus, please protect the other babies. Protect the other babies. I'm so sorry. It's bigger fish to fry, girl. It's bigger fish to fry. Protect the other children. In Casa de Aubrey. I know that's ooh, it's Scorpio season 2, ain't it, bitch? Oh my god. Ooh, but wait, no, bitch, it's fine Sag season. Thank fucking God, bitch. Thank fucking God, my God. I've been scared all month, hoe. I swear, bitch. Woo, bitch, shook all month. Damn! My heart goes out to any Scorpios, bitch. I've been scared all fucking month, bitch. That shit is not a game. Whew. I couldn't imagine it. Every day? Nope. Eternity Joy Graham. I believe it. 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 Sure do. Listen, y'all are funny as fuck. Just thank y'all for being here with me. Like, just thank y'all for just having a moment. Again, I'm just trying to like really breathe because like shit's been fucking bizarre and like I had a whole job interview today and it just didn't work out. Like I just didn't mentally have it. I just fucking really didn't mentally have it to do it. And the worst part is I'll be devaluing myself to take that fucking job. And again, I'm not trying to make it seem like my pussy's just so high, but bitch, they was only offering 2 days a fucking week for work, and I was really about to take it. So that's where I'm at. I'm just like, nah, I need at least 4 days. Fuck these hoes. I'm not taking a 2-day work week because I swear, you work for 2 days a week, bitch, and that's when you start getting the crazy schedule. That's when motherfuckers just call you any day and just be like, you hungry, ain't you? Come and take this Monday shift, dog. You feel me? I'm telling you, bitch, take a 2-day shift a week if you want to. That just means you on call, bitch. And let you not take it. Let you not show up for on call, bitch. No. I really don't want to put myself in anything crazy. Ooh. You said is she a kid actor? A kid actor? I bet she is. I bet she's gonna do very well in the industry. Got me really looking at the industry kind of crazy. Like, I wonder who these random ass motherfucking people are. Probably somebody, baby. I believe it. We were supposed to get these leaves off the ground, but these cold went. Yeah, no. Honestly, y'all really shouldn't be raking. Not to be dramatic, but really, it's good for the earth to like leave the leaves alone. And I know some people don't like the look of it, but it's actually really good. That's why we don't see lightning bugs no more. The lightning bugs literally lay their eggs around this time underneath the leaves. So by disturbing them, you're kind of disturbing the ecosystem. And also, again, mosquitoes, whatchamacallit? I want to say, yeah, the lightning bugs eat mosquitoes. So that's why we be seeing a lot of mosquitoes now. I'm telling y'all, stop raking. Because mosquitoes was not playing this year. That's why I'm not doing shit. Hell no. Also, I want to say Black Forager. Watch her content. She posts a lot of really great content. I feel like I haven't seen it recently, which is weird, but there's a lot of bans on black people right now. Just like putting that out there for anybody black who's creating content and who may feel discouraged. There's just a lot of like content just being just not shared. And it's great. It's great content, but white supremacy is honestly really, really rising. Like, and I'm not trying to be dramatic because I feel like we be talking about white supremacy all the time, but I mean like on some like, you know what I mean? Like, and I feel like motherfuckers don't want to talk about it right now. It's such an awkward conversation to have because again, it's not like white supremacy hasn't been rising, but it just feels like it went from like a 10 to a 25. Like, I don't know if anybody else is. And again, I've seen other folks being like, hey, have y'all noticed an uptick in anti-blackness? And I'm just like, I have. And other folks being like, no, it's still anti-black. And it's like, no, it is. It is. But it's a little louder. Like, I feel like people are saying it's a little louder. Like, I feel like. And again, just like the politics of saying that white supremacy getting louder. You know what I mean? Like, a Trump presidency. I hope you can hear my scalp because I'm scratching my thoughts, bitch. Yeah. Not a scroll of complaints. I'm screaming. Oh my god. Mm-mm. I mean, Aqua, does anybody really care about what's going on at the Super Bowl? Because I don't give a fuck. I mean, but some of y'all care. If y'all want to talk about it here, please do. Because again, I'm out the loop when it comes to the sports ball. I do not watch that shit. I'm not trying to be superior, just saying I just never understood it. But maybe somebody here does. But yeah, no, I'm trying to learn sports ball low key so I could just be around motherfuckers that know about sports ball. You know what I mean? Every now and then. But that's to be expected though, because look at what happened during 2016. I mean, that's something that someone did share with me recently, is that they felt like black folks cared more about their freedom when Donald Trump was first in office, which is awkward to say because it's like, is it that like black folks cared more about their freedom in this experience or this or that moment? Like, is it that? Like, is it the struggle? I disagree. I think like it just becomes louder when like there's threats against humanity. I feel like that's the thing about it is like but I also feel like the loudness, I really feel like it depends on like where you're at. Because where I'm at on the internet, I hear black folk talking all the time. I feel like what's different right now is I'm noticing white people afraid in a way that I've not seen. Like before they kicked me out the group, or before they did my post rather about like free readings, a bunch of white people reached out to me about all types of stuff. And it was wild. Cause again, I feel like in that same group I got caught up because like this one white person started just dragging me. And I was like, honestly, I'm really grateful for you. Cause you're being so demonic. You have really let me know who to stay the fuck away from. Cause while he's saying all this crazy shit about me and making it seem as if I'm trying to make money off of tarot, which again, I made not $1. I asked for not $1. I just wanted to pull cards for people because again, I've been going through a lot of shit. And one thing that I remember is that sometimes when you're going through stuff, you really don't have a lot. But whatever you do have, you can still share. And so I try to remind myself that there's moments where I really didn't have shit. And like I just told the right person seemingly and things shifted for me, or I told anyone and things shifted for me. And not because I'm so special, but because that person had something to offer. And so I have to remember, like, sometimes it's about saying what you have to offer before anyone even asks. Like, that is part of love. That's part of offering something to the collective, I believe. But let these white people tell her I'm trying to start a company or some shit, which is funny as fuck in retrospect, because it's like, bro, if I really wanted to start a tarot business, I really could. Like, I have the gifts. I know I do. But it's not about that for me. Like, I feel like getting money for tarot is the last thing I fucking want, to be honest. Because I feel like being able to read tarot cards, let's be so for real. Let's be so for real. Learning anything takes time. Let's start there. If you want to learn any skill, it takes time. Think about how, like, when you first got out of school or first got out of high school, you wanted to learn something, so you went to college for it. Think about how much money that cost. Think about how much time it costs, though, to put into that. That's what I'm trying to offer. Is like some people don't really want to hold that some stuff. It's not necessarily about having the gifts as much as having the fucking privilege of time, the privilege of money. Like, I think that's the thing about it. It's like tarot. It's so white now. Like, it's so white because it's supposed to fucking be for everyone. But unfortunately, how many people have time to fucking learn what the fuck all these things mean? Like, that's what I'm trying to say. Like, white supremacy really don't let us enjoy everything the same at all. Because again, like learning tarot, it takes so much time, takes so much expertise. And again, I'm not trying to say that I am like the best tarot card reader. That is not what I'm trying to offer. What I'm trying to offer is even studying it takes time, energy, privilege. Like, not everybody has the same 24 hours, and people don't want to believe that. And it's so frustrating. For some of us with ADHD, we know that. Nima, you're not wrong. Listen, I'm not disagreeing that the halftime show is a huge pop culture moment. I don't disagree. I don't disagree. But I do think that, like, I don't know. Maybe it shouldn't be. That's what I'm trying to offer. Maybe it shouldn't be a big moment, the big moment. But I know it is. I know that people are talking about Lil Wayne. I know people are talking about Drake. I know people are talking about Kendrick. Isn't it fascinating, though, that, like, on the world stage, this is where men of color are performing? Again, this is why I say I don't know if it should be the focus. But what do I know? I'm just a yapper. Invented in Italy in the 1400s. And see, that's the thing too. Tarot is one part of, like, spiritual divination. Like, some people get visions, some people hear things. Like, some people are, like, I want to say it's called clairaudient, when, like, you can hear things, you get messages sent to you. Some people are able to read tea leaves. Somebody asked me about that recently, and I was like, I really wish I knew someone who read tea leaves, because that sounds lit as fuck. Like, imagine being able to look into a cup and see some shit. That's cool. I've looked in a cup many a times drinking tea. I don't see shit. Like, I hate that for me, but I really see nothing. Like, and it's like, bitch, imagine your eyes. Imagine your eyes being able to look into a teacup. Mm-mm. I will say this. I feel like, I don't know if this is a gift necessarily, but, like, I feel like I'd be letting music play around me, and, like, I don't necessarily pick it. I just, like, let the music go. And I'll notice, like, music will be saying exactly what I need it to say, exactly at the moment that I need it. Again, I don't think this is necessarily a gift, but there's times where music will just kind of give me the answer, give me something that I needed to hear. And I've been doing that more when I'm reading people's tarot cards, because, like, sometimes I feel like the music really do be helping. I also really love Janae Aiko. Like, if you want to be messy, we could be messy. But I like the girl music. That's all I'm gonna say. If you want to be messy, we could be messy. But put my guns away. I like the girl music. That's all I'm gonna say about that. All right. But Janae, when I'm pulling some cards, I'll let me some Janae. I mean, people probably don't understand what their vote for Donald Trump means, but at the same time, there's a part of me that feels like, I know some people don't want to hear this, but we were beyond Kamala. We definitely beyond Trump, but we were way beyond Kamala, baby. And I know some people don't want to hear that. And when I say we, I mean the people that are tired of motherfucking international struggle. And that means here too. Not just here, though. And there's a lot of people that really thought Trump was going to care about here. There's no way to divorce America from the international conflict. It's unfortunate. But no. And again, just the more I study history, the more that I look at things, the more I'm even more disturbed, because it's like, America really is a fascinating place. A very fascinating place. And recently, I've been told by certain people that I shouldn't be in America anymore, which is fascinating as fuck. It's wild. It's wild to be in a place where you did not choose to be. You didn't choose this. And motherfuckers telling you it's time to go. Like, that's fascinating, but, that's just one thing about being a lighter skinned person, bitch. I look Mexican to some people, bitch. So I'm in fucking danger, bitch. I'm so sorry to say that shit. True, bitch. Oh my god, bitch. Oh my god, bitch. If anybody ever starts speaking to you in Spanish, bitch, oh baby. Hi. Woo, bitch. It's the way all light skinned people go. Bitch, we all going to Mexico, bitch. I'm so sorry. Oh, shit, we all going, bitch. My God. I love tacos though, so I'm gonna be okay. Like, I've been drinking horchata, bitch, so I already know what time it is. I'm not being, no way, I'm laughing, but I'm being dead ass. Like, I'm shook as fuck. But bitch, we might as well start learning. Uno, dos, tres, cuatro, cinco, seis, bitch. I'm telling you, it's time to learn. I'm about to get me an accent and everything, bitch. What's your Mexican name, baby? No disrespect to any Mexicans here. No shade. But I'm... Look outside. You see what's going on. So, yeah, I don't know, bitch. I'm thinking Esmeralda, bitch. Okay? Esme for sure. Like, no games. Not every time. Every time in New York City. Bitch, it's the way I'm about to start watching motherfucking Dragon Tales and Dora, bitch. It's the way I'm watching Dragon Tales and Dora, bitch. I'm learning some Spanish tonight. I'm so sorry, Nora. Oh my God, bitch. Oh my God. Oh, I can't fucking breathe. Yeah, no, it's up for us light-skinned folk. My God, we definitely going to Mexico. I already know, bitch. I done made so many white people mad. They're calling on me. I already know. Bitch, they probably already started calling. Bitch, I probably already got calls already. So when they actually get the line activated, I'm going to have back calls and then new calls coming in. I'm going to be a problem. Oh my God, I'm so scared, bitch. Woo, bitch, I never thought I had to learn Spanish for survival, bitch. I'm scared. Bitch, now I'm trapped in the car. Bitch, that's funny as hell. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. It's part comedy set, part real life. Oh my God, bitch. I'm sorry. Woo. Well, I'm trying to think. I could either roll up again or I could dip. And honestly, y'all know a bitch don't like to motherfucking leave a joint unrolled. Like, who am I? I'm not her. So yeah, I'm gonna roll another one. But yeah, this is a silly time to be alive. I don't know, bitch. I just feel like between me and you, if you're light skinned and anyone's ever started talking Spanish to you, it just might be now. Might be now o'clock that you start to come up with your elaborate Latino backstory. All right, start saying, you know, like, are you half Boricua? Are you half Boricua? Are you half Cuban? Are you claiming Peru? What's up? Like, you know what I mean? What's up? Get your sets up. Research your sets beforehand. Because just because they dropping us off in Mexico don't mean we gotta stay in Mexico, bitch. I'm telling you, bitch, once I get my Mexican passport, it's up. You think I'm gonna stay on Turtle Island? Fuck that. I'm going to an island, bitch. Fuck it. I'm gonna find my people wherever they are, bitch. I'm gonna find my people wherever they are, bitch. Whoever I gotta pretend to be, bitch, to get a plane ticket up out of here, bitch, I'm good. I need to just know enough Spanish to get up over the border, baby. Bitch, I'm dead as fuck, bitch. Watch me. Let me not though, because these white people are fucking wild. Let me not. Because I was about to start playing Suavemente. He's not in office yet, bitch. Let me not be an agitator. Let me not. I'm really trying to lay low, bitch. Like, hi, here. Nah, I'm Puerto Rican, bitch. Oh my God. Not hustling. Oh my God. Damn, and Jocelyn just got an American accent too. I know she's sick. Damn, Jocelyn been working at her American accent for a long time. She been working on that Atlanta accent for years, it seems. Who would have thought she should have just stayed the Puerto Rican princess? She should have just stayed that. Wow. Mm-mm-mm. I'm sorry. Like, it shouldn't be funny. It shouldn't be funny. It shouldn't be funny. We should be packing our bags. Not the ship fell! Bitch! Not the live got deported. Oh my god. Not the live left. Damn, the live deported. Damn. You said your mom made us carry out birth certificate in time. We was near the border. She thought they deport her mixed kids. Oh my god, Nima. Damn, bitch. That's so fucking wild. That's so wild. Wow. That is crazy. I'm so sorry. I'm like, it's really hitting me though, for real. Yeah. I can see it now. I can see the thread title now. Mixed folks in crisis. Light skins worried. Light skins worried about Trump. Honestly, I already knew Trump was not going to be shit, but this recent development in terms of like deporting people is kind of beautiful in a way. You know what I mean? It's kind of beautiful. In that, you know what I mean? It's like white supremacy really said, like, actually, even though we're not from here, like, we're going to remove you too. And it's just like, though, again, the way all the Latino folk that really thought they were different, they were special, like, how that really just wasn't proven to be true. But again, as I said, a lot of us mixed people are definitely going to be deported. Probably. Like I said, bitch, let's get our backstories together. We meeting up in Mexico City. What up? You know, all I know is I braid hair. That's all I know, bitch. That's all I know. When we cross the border, bitch, I'm braiding hair. If all the light skinned people get picked up and get brought to Mexico, I just want you to know I'm braiding hair. Okay, so if anybody want to come, if anybody know how to do shampoos, come on, bitch. I'm starting a salon immediately, bitch. No, like, listen, I'm being so fucking for real. I'm braiding hair as soon as I get up in there, bitch. Because somebody gonna have money, bitch. Somebody's gonna have pesos, bitch. I'm just saying, bitch. I'm bringing my tarot cards too, bitch. I put them under my belly. Fat bitches, hear me now. Hear me now. If they pick us up, under the belly, under the titty. I'm telling you. Between the titty, between the bottom belly and the pussy top. Again, trust me. I watched a lot of jail series, bitch. Fat bitches would be carrying all types of stuff. I'm telling you, Google it. Google fat bitch. Well, no. No, because they be writing all types of crazy shit whenever it's us. They be like obese. They be like extremely obese inmate conceals several weapons. Woo, bitch. Not you a hairstylist. Exactly, bitch. I'm a doula. Fuck it. Like, bitch, if we go into Mexico, bitch, we need to figure out how to say our shit in Spanish. We need to just figure out what we gotta say in Spanish, bitch, to get the pesos, bitch. Let's figure it out immediately. I'm screaming. Okay, sidebar. I know we're laughing and having a good time, but low-key, bitch, I don't really want to talk about this too much, because honestly, but this fucking trophy wife shit, again, I'm not trying to talk about it for real, but trophy wife, aka ISIS, bringing up Shira 7 and the whole hypergamous lifestyle shit. Y'all, I really hate how this convo going down. It sucks. Like it's so awkward because it's like on one hand, sure, like ISIS is a weirdo. Yes. On another hand, Shira Seven is being shady as hell, talking about the girl dumb. It's like the girl is not dumb, but she is focused on getting money to the detriment of her child. Like that is tragic. You know what I mean? Like that is tragic. But I just feel like Shira's response kind of sucked. Because again, I just feel like just because she said that she followed Shira Seven doesn't mean that Shira gotta come out like that. But I feel like even Shira's fucking response sucked. I don't know. I feel like this whole situation just feels bizarre. And then also, for some reason, the spiritual whistleblower on TikTok, everyone keeps calling her a hater, and it's making me sad. Because genuinely, from what I notice, is like she's just trying to be candid about people being harmful, like women being harmful. And I feel like that's the thing. Like when women are being shitty or women are causing harm, it can be hard to talk about it. There's a lot of folk that really don't want to believe that women are can be harmful. And again, it's the same conversation I was having with somebody else about Trump versus Kamala. The reason why Kamala truly lost is because some people are tired of white equals bad, brown person equals good person. The reality is that there are so many white supremacists and they can look brown, they can look all types of colors, and they can still be focusing on white supremacy and focus on colonization. Again, the shitty thing about Kamala is that she just really wasn't going far enough. She was very much, in my opinion, keeping the Dems kind of center in a way that did not really materialize for her. She could have really went more to the motherfucking left of Marx and really found some people really fucking with her. A lot of people didn't fuck with her simply because of Gaza. Some of them didn't fuck with her because she was playing in black folks' face in a time where the one drop rule is being reappraised. And unfortunately, for some mixed people who are older and not on the internet, like they're not seeing the conversation has happened very organically. But even a mixed lighter skinned person like myself saying that the conversation happened organically, I'm just trying to offer that, like, when us privileged people hear content or hear things from people who we have privilege over, we can decide whether or not we're implicated and shut it down right then and there. The amount of times people have said things that were acknowledging how I was being colorist, I can't give you how many moments that I may have shut down a conversation. I could not possibly go backwards and figure that out for anyone. But I can say without a doubt that unless the privileged person is willing to sit with what they're being shared with, and unless that person who's oppressed is willing to take the risk, I feel like that's the other thing is like people who have privileges, we don't consider that a lot of the information that that's able to get through our fucking thick ass fucking privilege is at the risk of other people, is at the risk of a lot of times deep dark skinned black people. So again, I want to put it out there right now that like people not willing to risk breaking through to someone which may not materialize in anything in any way in their life that makes sense for them, like that makes sense to me. Like why people aren't saying more, aren't intervening. It's not their job. And then also it could be a risky move. So again, with that being said, I don't assume that everybody knows everything or everybody has all the understanding, but Shira 7 does have privilege in this conversation, and so does Isis, the hypergamous woman. Yeah, Nima, the moving in with the man, like again, and here's the thing, I'm a bitch that moves in with men very quickly. I have no family. Like, yes, I have definitely made moves that other people would be like, why'd you do that? Poverty, a fear of being on the streets. Absolutely. So again, when I saw her video, her talking about how things are moving and how she like bought him a ring, I thought that was strange as fuck. Sure did. Sure did. Again, if I hadn't lived this life, or if I wasn't living a life that was, precarious because of lack of family connection, I wouldn't even have this fucking intelligence to share. And again, some people think that when you're poor, like you have nothing to offer, but I disagree. I think poor people have a lot to share. But I do think that unfortunately for her, she's dressed herself up and thinks that she's projecting wealth. But in fact, she's really sharing with us like how scarce it can be to be operating for $1. And again, it's not her fault. in that respect. We live in a world that says like show me what you have. Like we live in a world that says unbox things for me. Like if you really think about the culture we're living in, we don't live in a world where people want to talk to anybody who's broke. I remember like a video went viral because someone was like, "Hey, if your friends don't have it, like are you going to leave them behind?" And people were like, "Yeah." And it's like, "Damn." But I have to think about like what friendship looks like to other people. Like some people are not necessarily interested in your friend being comfortable like you are. Like some people are very comfortable with like their friends like doing however they're doing. But I have to hold that like the way that I'm living right now and the way that I'm trying to move is by being candid that like I don't need to be living like this. No one needs to be living like this. And if I'm holding the standard that like there's more for us, there's better for all of us, then I think I'll attract people that are on that same mindset. But again, unfortunately, we live in a scarce time. So even saying that you deserve better, like some people will really try to tell you that you don't for no reason. For no reason. But maybe for them, it makes them feel good. Maybe it makes them feel like they deserve to get what they got. That's the thing. It doesn't matter that Trump didn't talk and that Trump didn't do anything. Like it's beyond reasonable. I really feel like that's the thing about Kamala is like Kamala was trying to be in the world that needs to die. And I feel like that's what makes me sad to talk to y'all about this because it's such a sticky topic. It's like we're in the last season of an earth that we don't respect. And when I say we, I mean the people that know that we've always been free. Like the people that know like we've been told how to behave, the people that are unraveling. I'm not saying everybody was there. I'm not saying I'm not talking about the Trump voters. I'm talking about the people that didn't vote. I'm talking about the people that didn't vote, the people that didn't care. I'm talking about the people that turned their back on Kamala. I'm talking about the people that really heard her say that she's going to do the same shit as Biden and watched her take that OPEC check. I wish people would realize that harm against trans people and harm against indigenous people and harm against Gaza, that's all anti-blackness. I just wish y'all would see that. I wish folks would see it like that. That like it is a part of anti-blackness. It is. Like that's the like bitch even like when the white people came here with the smallpox blankets, like they were really trying to kill. And I again, even the concept of blackness, even the concept of naming someone black and saying that you're automatically at the bottom and then using black people in the way that they're using them now. Like when you really look at it, it's like I've seen so many black American folks say like I voted for Trump because fuck the illegals. And it's like Donald Trump, his family ain't from here. The fuck? Like, it's like, whoa. It's whoa to me. I know some people don't want to hear me. I know some people don't want to hear me. But the way that white people really have left the planet and like really want people to believe something that just cannot possibly be true. Again, I know some people are not going to feel me on transphobia and anti-blackness being connected to fucking anti-indigeneity. I know folks are not going to hear me. I know folks are not going to hear me, but again, just like people can think that they're white and think that that means something and mean that it makes them better than people, I think that folks are unfortunately seeing anti-blackness as a way to kind of to see who is a black person and then use that to again say, well, you're a black American. Again, I don't think that people can see the nuance always, and I'm not trying to say people can't comprehend. What I'm trying to offer is that white supremacy is using black people in America specifically in a way that is so scary. But again, mm, again, I've just seen some black American folks think that Trump is going to be their friend. And I'm like, what told you that? Like, it's like the same way that people are like, vote blue no matter who. Folks voted red thinking something different was going to happen that was going to be good. She said she was very well off financially, irresponsible. I think she could have gotten an apartment at least and be safe for her children. I mean, Nima, she did lie. She did lie about having access in a particular way. But again, like I don't even want to talk about ISIS as a person because I feel like it's awkward. It's awkward. It's awkward. It's awkward. It's awkward to say this, but as someone that has a mother who like has allowed a lot of things happen to her children and wasn't protective, I can't wrap my mind around why she would not just focus on the attack her husband put on her. Your husband harmed you. That's your story. You telling your children's story on YouTube. As I said, I can't wrap my mind around it because it seems cruel in a way that I don't understand. But again, I'm glad I don't understand this. With that being said, I know that some people were also turned off by the Democrats because they felt like the Democrats cared about trans people. And again, I'm trying to explain this as broadly as I can because again, I'm someone that has performed or like put on like the aesthetics of masculinity and like thought that I might have been like a masculine centered person. Now at this point, I understand that I'm not a woman in the sense that like I believe that I am like I don't feel like anything is innate to me. However, I'll say this. I do believe that the ways that I've been told I was supposed to be feminine, I rejected those things. The ways that people beat me and tried to make me behave differently in the name of womanhood, I rejected that shit. And so I'll hold that like I'm not a traditional woman. However, I even think the idea of traditional woman is rooted in fucking domination and slavery. So with that being fucking said, I'm gonna just say this. I have tested out gender waters, and I feel like that's why I feel comfortable communicating about gender and transness in a particular way. I am not right about everybody's transness, and I will not talk about everybody's transness because I do believe it's a personal thing. But at some point, I did think I was a man. Like, there was a moment where I was like, maybe I'm supposed to be more like dressing more masculine, I'm supposed to be existing more masculine. And I feel like, if I'm being super candid with you, I feel like that was a very interesting time for me because I feel like I realized when I started dressing more masculine or center that like there were a lot of people who really only talked to me or dealt with me because I was femme appearing. Like when I wasn't putting on wigs, putting on makeup, dressing a particular way, looking a particular way, there were people that really didn't like me anymore and were like treating me poorly. And it was an awkward moment because it was just like, damn, like I didn't want to hold that like I had privilege as a woman first, and that as a man, I don't have as much privilege. Though I am privileged as a man, I'm not privileged in the same way, if that makes sense. And so being a lighter skinned woman who is mixed is different than being a mixed lighter skinned man or even being perceived as like an Asian man, honestly, because I feel like that's another layer to this. Is like when I'm like dressed as a femme, I feel like my choices are within like black aesthetic. I feel like when I'm dressed more masculine, if I were to cut my hair and I did, I noticed that people did treat me again differently. And again, these were not things that I did to experiment with gender, but in retrospect, I feel like it was an experiment. It wasn't necessarily me necessarily wanting to be these things, but more so I wanted to just see like, is this how I'd be most comfortable? Again, I feel like for some of us when we're born, people put pink on us, they put bows on us, and like let us ever cut our hair too short. They will let us know that is too much. You are losing your femininity. Like it becomes like a fucking emergency, and it's fucking scary, honestly, to think about it in retrospect, because there's all these like ways that people actually hold us within a place in gender. And like again, for masculine people, when their hair starts to grow out a little bit long, people will start to suggest things they can do to maintain their masculinity, as if having longer hair isn't masculine or can't be, as if you can't choose how you want to look because these things are already preordained or predestined to be something that you're not, or you don't want to be, or that you want to be but that you could never be. And so with that being said, I feel like when I was cutting my hair and like dressing more masculine, I guess there was a part of me that kind of was pushing against the reality that like I have always been managed as a person, as a femme person. Like my beauty or lack thereof has always been a thing to talk about. And so coming out of a white woman, as I've said before, like my mom's white passing, but I don't want to use white passing anymore. I feel like there's no point. I feel like when we say white passing, I feel like we're kind of giving a chance for that person to not be white. And I feel like there's no point in that. Like at this point, I hate to say it, it hurts me, but there's no point in saying white passing. I feel like, think about it, you wouldn't say black passing about someone who was mixed and like looks less mixed and looks more like what are we doing at that point, right? You're not gonna say black passing, right? So why would we say white passing? It doesn't make sense. If they're looking white, they can be white, and that's that. And if they want to be an ally, that'll be really great. You know what I mean? It'd be really great if they want to be an accomplice rather than a fucking ally. It'd be really great if they wanted to be helpful in ways that would actually be helpful. But they don't need more than that. They can just be white. We don't need to be doing all this extra ass shit. And again, I say it as a person who's mixed and lighter skinned. That's a lot of fucking words to say op, right? We're already doing too much labor. So let's not do too much more. That's all I'm saying. I mean that as someone who's like just trying to get more clear about like what people are seeing, because again, like even holding that like blackness is very much an American thing and not necessarily as like diasporic as some people would want it to be. That some people don't consider Black American identity outside of America, and that like there are foreign or folks who are immigrant, or even the idea that like my father's from Jamaica but immigrated here and therefore what exactly, right? Like, I don't have any claim to Jamaica. I know the food good. I don't speak patois. And again, that's what I'm trying to offer is that there are people that come here and they create children, and those children are not connected to Black American identity. And yet we're still being held as if we could maybe be cool people. So again, I'm just trying to offer that I got here on my own in ways. And so I have to own the mistakes I made. But with that being said, I think I'm trying to also make content for like the children of the white mothers, you know, because like that's my people, and I'm trying to be alive for dignity and shit. You feel me? Trying to think about my future. Trying to think about I'm not gonna have no babies, but if I have dogs that survive me, if someone put the YouTube on for my dogs, what would not distress them? You know, I just wanna go out good. You know what I mean? Want to go out good with my dogs. I'm joking. Obviously, I'm never gonna have dogs, bitch, cats forever. But with that being said, no shade to dog people, but I just feel like that's a lot. You know what I mean? Like y'all, like dog people, y'all got money. Dog people got money. I feel like that's how you know you got money, bitch. My God, people be having their dogs in the store, in the mall. That's money. Anyways. You said your mother had a meltdown when your grandma cut my hair into a bob. Exactly. You wanted a Bobbiana, bitch. I'm crying at you getting a bob. Though that's fucking cute as hell, bitch. I'm dying. I die for people choosing a bob. Like, bitch. I just feel like I'm at that hair growth journey where like I can't even think about a bob. Like, I'll really be moving backwards. You feel me? I can't even entertain a bob, bitch. I'm damn near back at bob, bitch. I'm back at bob after doing a chubby chop. You know, I'm trying to do a little trim. It just turned into a massacre. You feel me? Because I was like, fuck it, I'm putting braids in anyway. You know, I'm gonna take these shits out in 3 months. Somebody else did it before. I can't be the only one. I can't be the only person who did a big chop and then did some braids and was like, I can't wait till it grows out. Yeah, that's me. Anyways, I definitely told Dane that I was gonna be on here for an hour, but I'm a liar. What up, Quantum? I hope you're doing well. Happy winter indeed, bitch. And I have my legs out, bitch. I'm really wilding right now. Like, I really, like, Dane told me like a grandmother. He's like, it's 40 degrees outside. I was like, I'll put on long sleeves, mom. But the sun was shining so nice. I really thought, like, I could really be out here with my legs, bitch. I even put a little bit of lotion on. You said you seen no. He was trying to flip, but that's what I'm saying though. That's what I'm saying. Like getting back to my topic though, because bitch, I know I done fucking left. But when you're born, and see, and I'm just gonna keep it personal. I'm not gonna say when you're born, because bitch, I'm a privileged person. I don't want to ever try to make it seem like everybody came out of a white cave system. But coming out of a white woman pussy was obviously a moment for her because she looked at me and was like, I'm gonna name her after a perfume and a Pebble song. And again, I have to think about names and desirability and like why some of us are, you know, Chanelica, you know what I mean? Some of us are Angelique. Some of us are, you know what I mean? Some of us are Chanel, you know what I mean? Some of us are these names. And why, and then also like just the ways that we're projected on by our parent. And so again, like growing up with my mother, I feel like when I look back at myself as a child, she a lot of times had me in salons or at a black woman's house where I was getting my hair done. So my mom did not necessarily have us around a lot of black women. She had black women who were her friends, sure. But when there were parties and events like that, when I really think about it, it was a lot of Latino people, a lot of non-black folk. And so Amari is pretty. But again, but getting back to it, like I feel like if anything, I feel like, and the funniest thing is that my mom took a lot from like the Spanish folks she was around culturally, spices wise, food wise. And so again, like I'm sitting with the reality that like growing up with my mother, like she really was around white people with spice. You know what I mean? Because that's the thing about it is like her being white and having a father who's mixed, but like my grandfather very much. I know my grandpa voted for fucking Trump, bitch. Like it's just like it's the way that it's like, well, duh. And it's the way that people that wanted to vote for Kamala, like I can't even say that I know these people because again, there are people who are voting Kamala just to not have Trump. There are people voting for Kamala to have a black woman. There were people voting for Kamala because she was the right candidate. She went to school, and it's like that's not the point of this, and that's what sucks even more is that we're beyond dichotomy. We're fortunately as a society at a place where we can acknowledge two things can be true at once. We were not ready to address how Kamala wasn't the girl, and we were not ever in a place to deserve Trump. Two things could be true at once. I hate that we don't believe that, but I love that. I love Age of Aquarius for that reality because we really were in the Age of Pisces on some this or that. Pepsi or Coke. Bitch, how about they're both nasty? Vanilla Coke is delicious. Can't say the same about vanilla Pepsi. I don't even think they even tried it because it tastes like pepper. And that's the thing too. I really feel like my mom really wanted me to be like the kind of like person that really didn't wasn't around white people, but wasn't around black people. Like I really think my mom wanted me to be around Latino people like she was. And I think she saw Latino people as like the medium, as the in between being around white people and being around black people. I really think that in retrospect, because I can't imagine my mom was around black people and they wasn't looking at her crazy, being a whole white woman. And I can't imagine my mom was around white people and listening to what the fuck they felt comfortable to say and feeling comfortable because my mom didn't have us around a lot of like white Anglo people. So with that being said, I feel like my mom is one of those mixed people who probably think like it's problems on both sides. Probably never sat still long enough to read a fucking book about anti-blackness. And again, I'm not trying to put myself above her. What I'm trying to offer is I could not live her life. Like she really wanted me to live like she did. Like I think she really thought like I was gonna just be able to be like her. And it's sad because again, I see her life and I see how she's moving. And she's an Aquarius. I could never move like an Aquarius. I'm a Capricorn stellium. I have one Aquarius placement. There's no way I'm gonna be able to be that stealthy. I'm not that low key. Like, I really like honestly for all the Aquarius people, like y'all just disappear. And y'all just go. I don't have that kind of chart. My chart don't allow me to just be vapor, just be smoke. No shade. No shade. But that's the thing though. I don't feel like my mom was navigating between two realms. I really don't think that. Like that's the thing that sucks about anti-blackness is like at some point you have to just hold that anyone can be anti-black. That it's not necessarily just resting in white people. That there can be people of color who are anti-black, but especially that there can be black folk who are operating against themselves. That's an unfortunate thing to see. But again, at the same time, I still hold space for the fact that that black person may not see it as deeply. They may not see it as intricately woven because white supremacy is that deep. And there are so many people who will say you're thinking about it too deeply. Why can't you be thinking too shallow? That's the frustrating part about it, truly, is that I don't fault anybody black for being anti-black. I truly don't. Especially as a mixed person. I feel like that'd be weird to be mad that anybody black has been harmed in a very intimate way by anti-blackness. Like I look at some of the black folks on TV just saying anti-black things and I think, damn, like they must be so comfortable in their little bubble to where this really doesn't affect them right now. Like I can't imagine Clarence Thomas is really at peace. Can't imagine that. Can't. But I think he has enough money to protect himself. And I think that that's the unfortunate part about white supremacy as well, is that some folks of color really think that if they got some money, they'll be okay. I'm getting off topic again. Getting back to transphobia. As I said, being born, looking how I look, being a lighter skinned person, being a lighter skinned person who was to my mother supposed to be her signifier that she is not white, which is awkward because like there are white women every day with brown children. Like it doesn't change their whiteness, but I am noticing that white women with brown children, they think the children change their whiteness. I hate to tell you guys this. I hate to tell y'all this, but today a white man dragged me for saying that my mom was racist because she had a brown child, and I just looked at the phone and was like, you think that having a child that doesn't look white is all it takes to be decolonizing? That's all it takes to be anti-racist? Is to suck and fuck a black dick? Or dick of color? Well, yeah, so again, I tell my tale for the people with the white mamas. I know some of y'all may not be where I'm at, but that's okay. I'll be here with a drink waiting for you when you get on over here. But yeah, as I said, when you're born a girl, a woman, a femme, people buy you clothes to correlate with that reality that they're putting you in. Again, am I saying that like I would have not organically wanted to wear skirts and dresses? I probably would want to wear that shit. But where the fuck are the overalls? Where are the corduroys? Where are the comfy clothes? Where are the pants? Where are the shorts? Again, I'm not saying that we need just one or the other, but even for people who are identifying as boys or people that they're, or rather assigned at birth, because think about it, when you're born, they look between your legs and they're like, boy. Think about it. We've all met some queer people out here who may look like a boy, but that was a femme. We know we've met femmes. We know we've met masculine of center femmes, or women that were very, very trunchbull like. You know what I mean? We've met some women out there that have masculine energy. That's okay. I feel like the biggest issue is that like we're at a point of medical trans affirmation where there are people who are young enough to say, I'm a girl. And so therefore I'd like you to change. I'd like you to start doing things to my body. I really feel like that's where the issues are within like the trans spaces, that there are a lot of people who are pro trans medicalism, which I am pro. I do believe though, unfortunately for a lot of us trans folk, some of us did not get to authentically be ourselves until we were away from our parents. And so I do think that there are some people who are afraid that their trans child is going to force them to do some medical procedure before they're of 18, or before they're 18, before they're old enough to consent legally, seemingly, and then maybe the rest of their life, it'll be an impulsive thing. I can understand not wanting to invest or involve yourself and your children into transmedicalism before they're 18. I can hold space for that for sure. Unfortunately, for some of us though, like if and that's another thing too. It's like if I didn't take the time as an adult to break the performance of being a femme and like dress masculine and have that experience, like would I earlier on in life desired like a penis, desired someone, like who knows? But I do think that because I was older, I did get to make those decisions. However, they did come with casualties. They did come with sacrifices. Some people really do think that like I'm a weird ass person for desiring to change my name to a masculine name. Like when I changed my name to Trent or changed my name to Quincy, like people thought I was mentally unwell. Bitch, I'm mentally unwell now. Like honestly, like I'm more mentally unwell than I've ever been before now. And it's frustrating because when I was thinking I might have been more masculine of center, you know, obviously I threw myself into that because I was like, let me really see, like, is this a life I'm supposed to live? Maybe I'm a stud. I don't fucking know. And how would I know? I had a very like really religious background. I went to church every week. My family was very much like, and you'll die and go to hell kind of people. So it very much felt like I was finally able to be free. And again, me putting on my camera, at first, it was just to see like what up. When people started caring about what the fuck I was creating, it was like, oh, this is pretty fucking cool. Felt very powerful. At some point, though, I started to realize that very late that like there is so much happening when you turn the camera on, and like there's so much that can happen just from you communicating with other people online. There's so much that can happen from us just being present in general. And I think about how being on YouTube kind of turns you from like NPC to main character, and that can be a lot to take. Like again, even though we turn on the camera ourselves, we can't know how intensely people are going to feel about what we're saying or what we're doing. And again, I feel like in the beginning, it's like, oh, I'm a fat person who people think is cute. That's great. But then when I started to have like opinions that were very much connected to like black politico becoming extremely amplified on the internet, which again, like we see how it's going. Like people are censoring the word black, the word white, the word Karen, all these different words and euphemisms now. Like we have to hold that like there's been a different a change, a climate readjust, and like we're in a different world now. Like we are. And even me holding that, like I didn't want to believe that. I wanted to keep on existing as I was, but it's not possible. And again, even when I was like being like super present and like talking about anti-blackness in a particular way, including myself, like even that, like that whole thinking that I was marginalized in a particular way, and then having to like do more inner work and hold the ways that I really wasn't, and like the ways that I was actually causing harm to black people, the ways that I was actually perhaps hurting black folks by holding myself as a black person, the ways I had to hold that I was erasing. I'm gonna get back to the point of transphobia, but reappraising like how much harm I can do, and then also looking at, just ways that I didn't expect certain folks to say certain things. I didn't expect certain folks to feel certain ways, and how that in itself is also anti-black. To assume that there are black folks who will see that transphobia is a part of anti-blackness, that again is a part of like being harmful, or not considering the nuance of black people. That blackness is not a monolith in any sense, and that even if one black person feels differently about something, that doesn't necessarily mean that like I'm, like it means nothing about me. It means more about how, or rather, it means that like the ways that like I've understood what blackness was, or how I've seen it, I could be off, and I'm grateful for that moment to like sit with the reality that like, I knew that there were some folks voting for Kamala because they didn't want Trump. I knew there were some folks voting for Kamala because they saw her as a black woman, and maybe they were mixed and was holding on to blackness preparedness in some way. But there were folks who were saying straight up, I'm tired of voting for Democrats because what have they ever done for black people? And I had to sit with the reality that like Democrats have had like black folks in their back pocket for a while for being like this much more decent than Republican people. And the way that some black folks said that Trump said out of his mouth, "You've been voting for Democrat, why not try me?" That shit had me screaming because I'm like, he is such a wordsmith, his Gemini ass. He'll say anything. And I feel like that's what sucks too, is that this white man, he's willing to say any fucking thing. But I think that that's I don't want to say exciting, but edge of my seat type shit is like, what does he do when the people who are harmed the most by his policies are at his throat? Because I feel like that's the thing about white supremacy that they don't want to think about, baby, is that like we're not in the time of kings and shit. You know what I mean? Like somebody shot at this man already. You know what I mean? Like someone already tried to take his ass out. And that's the thing too. The only thing really protecting him is his VP. I'm gonna get off this motherfucking political shit because between me and you, bitch, I don't want to say I don't care, but if I'm being genuine with you, it makes me sad that people think that Trump being in an office is gonna change things in a particular way, because it's like, I'm shocked by those folks. I'll say that I'm shocked. But again, the ways that white supremacy be moving, like I've trusted white people a couple times, bitch. So I'm not gonna talk about nobody. I've trusted enough white people to know at this point why somebody would think, not again, right? And that's all I got. I know exactly why somebody would want to trust somebody white right about now. Mm-hmm. And I don't shame nobody for it neither, because it's not gonna get us nowhere. I feel like that's the thing. I feel like a lot of us don't want to hold that like sometimes you could say, bitch, what are you thinking? That's not needed. We have to really be willing to say, come on. Come on. Come on. And I know some people don't want to hear that. I know it seems like we're not standing on business, but that's the thing. We only got the earth. Like, that's the thing about it. Everybody that disappointed us, they gotta at some point come on with us. Like, that's the thing that sucks. It's like, even if people are turning their back, which I'm not saying nothing about nobody turning their back or nobody who's saying that they're done or fuck America. Do you? What I'm trying to offer is, for everybody that thought Trump was going to help them, they're going to need to come with us at some point. So I'm going to make sure that the light on for them. I don't care how people feel about me. That's fine. I don't give a shit. I just feel like at the end of the day, those people are going to have to fuck around and find out. And when they find out, they're going to have to come on with us. So I'm not about to delight in nobody's downfall, because I feel like that's what I'm seeing a lot of, which makes me sad, because it's like everybody laughing and geeking. And it's like, what's really funny? What I love to laugh. Where's the jokes right now? Again, I was laughing earlier saying a bunch of us light-skinned people about to get deported. We about to go to Mexico. That's funny to me. Like, I'm scared slightly, but at the same time, bitch, if you've been watching, what's learning Spanish? At this point, no shade, bitch. How many skills I had to learn to survive this far? What's learning Spanish, bitch? Honestly, I feel like I'm having a cute little accent, bitch. Honestly, fuck it. Listen, I'm trying to take it in stride. Because again, you know what I mean? It's just funny to think about. It's definitely funny to think about in retrospect, just again, the history or the historia. Mm-hmm. Already learning, bitch. Already getting it. But yeah, no, I'm trying to think. There's like a couple other things I want to talk about before this motherfucking spliffy goes out. Let me try to think. You said Trump is a walking intrusive thought. True. True. Again, I'm gonna try to finish my transphobia piece, but I know some people are not gonna feel me on transphobia being a part of anti-blackness. But one thing I'll say is this: when people look at people and expect them to be a certain way, that is part of transphobia. When people look at black women and think you're supposed to be a certain type of way, that's part of transphobia. Some people don't want to think about it, but it's not just trans misogyny war, bitch. Trans misogyny war, bitch. Honestly, like that's a thing as well. Misogyny war and trans misogyny war is a thing. The ways that motherfuckers think that they see a black woman looking a certain type of way and she's supposed to sound like this or that. The way people look at Sexy Red and before she even open her mouth, they think they know what the fuck she gonna be like. Just that kind of shit is transphobia. The way we look at white people and the way we look at a white cis man and think that he gonna be a certain type of way. Like if we really thought about how we look at certain people, we automatically think things and why and when we look at certain people, why we look at them and we think good things. Think about it. If you didn't know Beyonce and you just seen the picture of her, what would you think based on how all the photos of her are taken? Think about it. There's ways that people are shown to us to indicate femininity, softness, like this person, think this person is good. Again, that is part of transphobia. White supremacy and transphobia are best friends. Best friends. Gotta be. Think about it. Think about why we see a white woman wearing certain type of clothes and we think she rich. Why do we have that in our mind implanted that this or that means money? Think about it. It's uncomfortable. It's uncomfortable. It's uncomfortable to think. But some people, when they think in their mind, they see white people. Some people of color see white people when they think in their mind of people doing anything. Shit, that's another thing too. And this is unrelated to everything, but I'm still gonna say it. One thing that I've really started doing when I go on dates with people, or not dates, but like when I get closer with people intimately, I ask them what kind of porn they watch. Because honestly, bitch, I feel like that's a great question to ask someone that you want to fuck. Like if you want to fuck somebody, before you ever fuck them, ask them what kind of porn they watch. If they don't feel comfortable to tell you, bitch, the sex not gonna be lit. If they scared, if they want to fuck you, but they scared to tell you what gets them off, just take it from me, bitch. If they can't handle being candid with you about what's getting them hot, or they can't even bother to show you, like, not a good sign. But bitch, low key, this is unrelated again to everything. But a couple months ago, I dated this fucking this black eccentric millionaire. I feel like I talked about him for a little bit, but it went left. But I feel like people gonna remember him because I told y'all he had a Jerry curl. Anyways, bitch, I happened to lurk on him recently because I just want to. Again, you ever just deal with somebody who's such a character? You're like, I'm gonna give them a couple months and see what they've shapeshifted into now. Again, if you've never dealt with a Sagittarius, man, you'll never understand what I'm telling you. You'll never understand what I'm saying. You'll never understand my tale. Again, if you never dealt with a Sag man, if you never dealt with a man who was a player from the Himalayas with a fucking perm, then you're not gonna understand what I'm talking about, and that's fine. We don't have to be sisters in this. That's fine. But bitch, why I started noticing that this man is like I'm not going to do too much, but whew, it's just the way the white bitch done left him. It's the way he looking crazy. It's the way he crashing out on all the forums, bitch. Just doing all types of shit just for the fuck of it. And it's just like, damn, bitch, like you just on some experiment shit. I wish you would have just said, ho. They never just say, like, I'm just hoeing. I'm just thotting and bopping. That's fine. But, bitch, it's the way that everything's an experiment to this man. He is literally just unraveling. I'm grateful that I'm not near him, but my God. Whew. Like, I'm just... Like, you just ever fuck with somebody and you just look back and you're like, this what you doing? Wow. I'm glad you over there. That's all I gotta say. I'm glad he's over there, but yeah, I'm still confused. I'm still confused about that one. That was very strange. But again, now seeing his post, I'm like, oh, okay. You just trying anything. Low key, it's giving religious motherfucking repression. So I'm gonna let his ass live. And I have no idea what it's like to be a queer black man. So I'm sure for him this is a journey. But my God, from the outside, I'm just like, babe. Mm, 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 mm. I feel like for me, and like, look, I'm gonna get off of it, but I just feel like for me, it's like if you want a white bitch to beat you up, like just say that from the beginning. Like I wish they would just be honest. Like if you want to be treated like the enslaved, please just say so I don't have to find that out. Like I just feel like there's no need to just be out in the regular pop, like you in Gen Pop. Like just go to the population that wants that shit. Like I just don't understand. Oh my God. Whew, I don't get it. It's mad websites for that, and they just be in regular society talking to everybody. It's like if you want to get tied up and beaten down and called the N word with the hard R, I just feel like you should just go somewhere special for that. Don't like it's awkward. Like in retrospect, it's just so bizarre because it felt like he really wanted to invoke some strange, like familial idea of blackness. And then it's awkward. It's like I really wish I could explain it better, but it really feels like he wanted me to perform in a particular way so he could discard me in a particular way. It really felt like a setup on some real shit. Like it really felt like he was trying to cause some harm to me on some like deep and intricate shit. Like on some like was operating very much like you know um again we watching motherfucking Malcolm X documentaries. We watching all type like we over here listening to Pan African, podcast, fucking James Baldwin, and then next thing I know, it's a white bitch. Next thing I know, okay, and it was just kind of like, again, if you wanted someone white to beat you up, why wouldn't you just go over there? But again, I really do think like some of these men are trying to do like just psychologically fuck with people. And again, I feel like the ways that he was trying to enforce that I'm a black woman and that, all these things. And like he was just, again, it was just so insane. All I have to say is protect yourself, bitch. And ask these motherfuckers what they watch porn wise. Trust me. And also, if you get their phone, I know it's illegal to look through phones, but just see if there's a FetLife account on the phone. See if there's a FetLife account on the phone or Field, FEELD. It's fine if there is and you like that shit, but if you don't, those are things to look for, bitch. I'm just trying to help a hoe out here. Because, baby, I personally believe if I got to look at the phone, it don't matter. It don't matter what happens next because I already don't trust you. How sad. You know what I mean? That I even feel like I got to do that shit. Tragic. But again, I know that I haven't been reading the comments. I'm going to go back. Where the church dress, white stocking combo. Bitch, I just got shook thinking about white stockings, bitch, because I stayed with a run in my shit. I stayed with a run in my stockings. I fucking hated wearing stockings so much. They never fit all the way up. They always was not. It's always like there was always a gap between my thighs and the actual tights. Man, it is wild. But yeah, no, I definitely don't wish church on nobody, bitch. Church is fucking terrifying. I'm grateful for this day, though. I'm so fucking grateful for this fucking day. Honestly. Yo, honestly, this is like mad random, but if you've been reading tarot cards and you've been trying to read cards and like read about other people, one thing that's really been helpful for me, and this is just a tip, but I've been asking, if I could access their spiritual team. Like I asked, like before I'll even get into it, I'd be like, this or that person's name, spiritual team. Like, can I read? Like, please allow me to, to get some information, because I did want to share something recently from when I was reading. This is for the tarot girlies. For anybody that's getting into the tarot, you may not care, so just keep in mind I'm gonna be talking about some tarot stuff for a moment. But if you're not asking their spiritual team if it's okay for you to get messages, I really feel like it may impact your read. It may not, but I feel like for me, my reads have been way clearer now that I'm asking the spiritual team versus trying to pick up on their energy and just go with it. Like, just putting that out there, like just reaching out to their spiritual team, making the request, but also talking to your own spiritual team and just, asking them to just offer you some guidance and allow you to, you know, do your best or just say thank you. Like, just, I've been working with a lot of gratitude recently because, whew, bitch, I feel like in the middle of a lot of trauma, a lot of stress, it'd be hard to just say thank you. Like, it's like, that's one thing that I struggle with, is saying thank you. Like, it's in the middle of like all types of rejection, projection, weird shit, things going left, having to defend yourself. Like, sometimes I forget to just say thank you because I feel like if I say thank you first, I'll get less tight, Bobby. So, but let me just remember, like, there's things to be thankful for, bitch. Like, let me just be like, thank you for the sunshine. Thank you for this drink in my cup. Thank you for this weed I'm about to smoke. Like, when I start saying start saying thank you, I get into my thankfulness. I start getting into my gratitude, and I'm like, am I really that mad? Like, yeah, bitch, I got rage in me for sure, always. But in this moment, towards this person, towards this experience, no. And so again, just whenever things are going motherfucking left, just remember what you are thankful for and come back to it, because shit be deserving your rage. Do not get me wrong. Your rage is deserved. But every situation is not worthy of your rage. It's really not. But nah, this was caught it. But nah, this lady had reached out to me and was asking about her daughter missing. And I'm gonna be real with you. When I first read it, I was like, girl. But she said she had called the cops already, and I was like, girl, because my first thought was like, call the cops. You know what I mean? Call SVU, bitch. Like, call all of them. But she said the cops. Like, here's the thing. Here's another thing. She was being vague as fuck. Like, she was telling me all this shit, but she was being very vague. And so she's over here talking about something. She's looking for her daughter and she need guidance and do. And I asked her daughter's spiritual team. I said, daughter spiritual team, should I even be bothering you with this shit? Because, like, as a first daughter who was abandoned, I already know, like, sometimes, like, bitch, when the daughter got to get away from you, not a good sign. And a lot of people don't want to talk about that. But if you're a first daughter or an older daughter, or not the youngest daughter, I mean, shit, the younger daughters might be leaving too now. I don't know, bitch. I'm not a younger daughter. Whoever's the youngest daughter, little sisters, if y'all want to speak up, go ahead. But I know the older sisters, the big sisters, the mama number twos, yeah, we're clocked out. And so her telling me that her daughter missing and she's sending cops and shit, I'm like, she said she called the cops. So already when she said she called the cops, I'm thinking she really missing. Then I pull the cards, and the cards are giving, leave me alone. Like, the cards were like, back up off me, bitch. And for those of y'all who want to know all the cards, bitch, I don't remember all of them, bitch, but I remember one of them in particular, which is the leave me alone card, bitch, for real. Motherfucking six of wands, six of swords, excuse me, six of swords, bitch. And if you don't remember what the six of swords is, it's a woman carrying a baby in a fucking boat trying to get the fuck away from some bullshit. Like, it's never a good card. The six of wands, oh my god, excuse me, six of swords, six of swords. The six of swords is never a good sign. It's usually like you have to become a protector after becoming a mother. And on some like literal shit, like it means like you're trying to protect your child. On some metaphysical shit, it means like you may have created a business and motherfuckers trying to play with you about it, about the rights or the management or the credits, who the fucking CEO, COO really is, who really came up with the idea type shit. Like six of swords is genuinely you literally just gave birth to something, but it don't even matter. Motherfuckers is acting like you're a criminal. Like so with that being said, when I seen that card, I was like, oh wow. So I told her straight up, I was like, the cards are saying that she's alive because the mama was acting like she was dead or some shit. Had me scared as fuck to even read the damn cards. I was like, spiritual team. I pray she's with us. But also, do I even have permission to read her cards? And the cards were all just, like I said, get away, stay away. And I told the mother, and as I'm telling the mother this shit, she over here telling the truth now, being like, oh, well, she told the police when we sent the police to go check on her, that we had abandoned her. And I'm like, don't send the cops to her no more. I was like, don't ever do that shit again because you're about to make her run away. Like, she literally in a position to run away again. Like, don't do that shit. And I had to really tell her, like, this is not the move. Like, leave people alone. Like, and this is not the first time I had to do this shit. This is the second time I had to tell somebody to leave their fucking daughter alone because they did something to their daughter. And their daughter is in a better place right now. She's not happy about getting away from you. She had no choice but to get away from you. And it hurts me to have to tell these women this because they be really popping up on me in good faith. And I'm like, these cards are saying you're a piece of shit. Like, these cards are saying you hurt your daughter. And she gonna tell me that the cops then relayed the messages back to her. And I'm like, what more do you need? Like, you sent the cops to your daughter's house, and the daughter then sent a message with the cops to leave her be, and that she felt abandoned by y'all. I don't know what she thought the cards was gonna say, bitch, but the cards told her back. And she was appreciative, but then she started, getting real like. And that's another thing. Like when you start reading cards, friends, like certain people are going to really want to know certain things real bad. Like they're going to want information real bad. And that's the thing about it is like having the gift to read. For some of us, we just be knowing stuff. Like some people just be hearing things. Angels, we talking to them. I love those people. They're cool with me. I don't have those gifts. I don't hate on those gifts. I'm just gonna be candid. I just had the privilege to be able to read. Like I want to be super candid. I don't have any spiritual that I know of. I literally just flip the cards. I want to be super candid. I feel like the only thing that's spiritual about this is that perhaps, I've been able to figure out how to, and even that, it's like I figured out how to connect the zodiac with the tarot based on what's already been created. So I've been able to kind of see like deeper in certain readings because I'm noticing a lot of like Taurus energy or I'm noticing a lot of Leo energy. But again, that rests on the privilege to be able to sit there and read the information. And then even still, like, I feel like the tarot is alive, if that makes sense. So there's always new information on the tarot out there. Like there's always a new way to interpret every card, every meaning. And so, also there's other readers, younger people reading the tarot means that there's new life in it, right? So I would say that like if you have an interest in reading the cards, please don't feel like you have to have some sort of extraordinary gift. If you have the time and the patience to start learning what the cards mean, that's great. But if I could give a tip to anyone who's just starting with the tarot, start pulling cards for yourself if you pull cards for yourself that will help you, especially when you're going through a lot, cards will start to take on more meaning for you. And then also when you pull cards for other people, people that you care for deeply, those cards will start to mean more to you as well. But as far as like having spiritual gifts, I truly believe that like for the people that know they have them, that is great. Some of us have to go digging for something to express, just like people who are amazing painters. How would they know, right? Until they put that brush in their hand. So for some of us out here, I want us to just remember, until you put that tool in your hand, who knows what you really are? Who knows what you could really be? Or who knows how you could also describe yourself until you put that medium in your hand. And so again, just like the people who until they take that chance and open their mouth and sing, don't know that they possess a beautiful gift. Some of y'all are really sitting on your hands or sitting on or keeping your eyes closed or like some of y'all got pens to pick up. Some of y'all have tarot cards to pick up. Some of y'all have cameras to pick up. Some of y'all have gardening books to pick up, recipe books. Like there's so many things that in your hands would really just showcase your gifts so clearly. But again, being able to put something in your hand costs money. Let's be real. It costs money. I got to learn tarot basically for free. Like I had the free internet access and I had the computer access that was again gifted to me by my ex-partner. Like a lot of things were given to me for free. And I feel like that's also why I believe in gift-based economy. I believe in offering things for free because I do think that unfortunately money is not real. Like, and I feel like for the people that need it to be real in terms of like their wealth and their status, I get why you're there. I'm not trying to shit on you. I'm just saying, like, we live in a world that tells us, like, if you don't have money, you're nothing. So that's why I think it's important to give shit away because there are people that think, like, if you have this or that, like, you're somebody. And it's like, no, like, that's actually not true. At least from what I've experienced, is like, there are people that have access to a lot of things. It doesn't mean anything. In fact, for some of those people, it means that they've been spoiled to a point where they don't even see the worth or the value in the things that they have. It's so distorted. It's like for people that are billionaires, what's someone cooking a meal for you? Like, I think about that kind of shit. Like how money really does distort, like how much labor is really happening. Like, think about it. When you cook dinner for someone, like, think about if you cook dinner for your family, multiple people. That's so much fucking labor. And yet we live in a world that like tries to make it seem like spending this or that much money on food, like that's reasonable. It's like I just feel like the way costs are going, I know some people might think things are being inflated, but it's more that people are finally getting paid what they deserve this entire time and they're owed. And unfortunately, the son pays for the sins of the father, bitch. I hate to say that. But a lot of white people got a lot of shit for free, got a lot of shit on credit, got a lot of shit on discount, and now it's coming to be paid, man. It's debts to be paid. Woo! And somebody reached out talking about, did you see it was World War III coming? Sweetie has been here. Y'all ain't felt like, bitch, I've been saying this shit for years. We lost the war, bitch, but we just ain't been told about it. But one of our constituents definitely lost something somewhere, bitch, because the price of everything went up very, very, very slowly, but it is going up every day. We definitely lost the war. And it seems like we trying to get in one that we think we could win, which is tragic. I just think about how the internet has really put us all on the chessboard. Because some people really couldn't see it. Some people really thought they was just an American. Sweetie, you are behind the king and the queen. And they are moving. And again, getting back to my point about transphobia, we can focus on trans people and harm that's being done in trans spaces. We can. But I personally think, and again, I'm biased because I am a trans person. I personally think what we should be talking about is how white supremacy is actually top down. And so, just like we're talking about transness in the media, we're talking about white trans people in the media. The people who are going to be affected the most by anti-trans antagonism or anti-trans bills or anything like that are going to be the trans people on the ground, the black and brown poorest trans people. The white people fighting for bathrooms, 9 times out of 10, they have their own. Like, there are a lot of white people who are moving in bad faith, which is unfortunate because, again, when we talk about transphobia, we're oftentimes not talking about how the main people who are harmed by transphobia are black people. And I know there are a lot of black people who don't want to hear this. I know there are a lot of black people who don't want to hear this because, again, unfortunately, because of white supremacy, making it seem like black people are at the bottom of a pecking order or perpetuating this idea, there are some black folk that think being better than trans people or not being connected to trans people puts them above trans people. And unfortunately, there are black trans people to consider here. And so whenever black folk who are not trans start talking about like trans people and trans as being white, it does like cut off a large community of black folk from black folk. And there are some black folk that don't want to talk about this because, again, aligning with cisness, aligning with what is purported as like the correct way to perform gender is stronger than transness, it seems. But I promise y'all, when children go to school and they get told shit like, the girls have to do this, or this is a project for the girls, or when like you're in high school and people are pushing you towards child development as an elective instead of anything else that you may want to do, like just the ways that like being a femme means for some of us, being told that we have to close our legs when we're sitting. I hated that shit. I know this is minor and not a big deal, but I want to still talk about it because I feel like this is another aspect of transphobia that people don't talk about enough. And again, I'm not the most marginalized trans person. I'm a trans person that goes out into the world, and people usually don't think that I'm anything other than a woman. And because of that, I am usually left the fuck alone. But when I speak, there are times where people will make it seem like I must be a man because my voice is rich. And I feel like listening to old videos of mine to now, I can tell that like my voice is more matured, but also I smoke a lot of fucking weed and I smoke tobacco and I smoke rose petals. So I'm sure that has also lended itself to my timbre and tone. But I promise you, I'm obsessed with how I sound. I think I sound sexy as fuck. And I kind of live for people not knowing like what my gender is or whether I have a dick or a pussy because of the way I communicate. I kind of live for that. There's something about that that kind of hits for me because I love that like, and you know what? And I'm taking a moment to reflect on what I'm saying because also I want to be candid. Sounding like a man is only a problem if people expect you to sound like a woman. It's not a problem in any other place. Like if I get on the phone with someone, people can hear me very clearly. People typically treat me pretty kindly on the phone. But with that being said, usually when I do send voice notes to people for like tarot card readings and stuff like that, I'm typically told like, you know, people are really liking my voice. They think I should start a podcast and I get celebrated a lot. And so for me, I don't usually experience any like gender dysphoria because I'm not really attached to gender as a project, if that makes sense. Like growing up, yes, I was forced to be a girl for sure. Like growing up, I was told that like if I didn't cross my legs, people would think I was a whore. Which is funny as fuck because I keep my legs bust wide open and I guess they know what time it is, sweetie. But with that being said, like it's just so funny how like when you have a pussy, like the whole time everyone's telling you like hide it. Keep your knees, put a nickel between your knees. Like there's all these things that people say when you have a vagina, like in order to like remind you, like you need to be doing this or that thing. You need to be performing this or that way. And again, when we talk about transphobia, this is part of it. Like looking at a woman or looking at a person that we assume to be a woman and being like, do this or that thing, act like this or that. Like I know so many people recently who liked this tweet that said, "I'll never forgive y'all for saying that black girls were fast for no reason." And that is part of transphobia. Thinking that a little black girl knows anything about sex, that's sexualizing her, but that's also gendering her. That's also a part of toxic, fucking, cis sexism. Like this idea that like we can look at anybody and know anything. It's insane. But again, as long as it's positive, nobody gives a fuck. And as long as it's reinforcing whiteness is right, nobody gives a fuck. But again, getting back to my point, as I'm growing up, as I'm being told things like, you know, man, you gotta fucking hide your belly. If your belly is big, you gotta hide your belly. People can't know you have a stomach if you're a woman. Oh my God. It's the way that we literally buy things to hide our body parts as women because that's what the fuck is expected of women. Women are literally taught to get smaller as a fucking gender performance. Again, I'm going to crack gender in this motherfucking head tonight. If it's one thing I do, I'm gonna on gender tonight with you because I'm telling you, it's the way some of y'all really don't see it, but I'm telling you, it's the way you was born and somebody said her name is Alicia and she's going to have long hair and she's going to talk like this and she's never going to talk back to her mother or else I'm going to beat the shit out of her. I'm telling you right the fuck now, some of y'all are only behaving the way you're behaving because there's a threat of fucking violence if you don't. And again, that's what makes it so dangerous to talk about this shit. That's why they got Trump in office, bitch, because it's a dangerous conversation to be having. Because if you, at any point, as someone who's operating like a man or a woman, start to think about ways that you actually don't have to do none of that shit, well then, girl, how they gonna scare you into having kids? How they gonna scare you into getting married? How they gonna scare you into the church? Sweetie, it's all connected and it's frustrating as fuck to talk about it because I know I sound crazy and that's fine. You gotta actually just be quite comfortable with being on Shutter Island with Leonardo DiCaprio, bitch. Absolutely. I'm on Shutter Island, bitch. That's just where I gotta go. I guess I gotta just go there. Got my fire with me, and it went out. Listen, I'm gonna roll one more because I'm feeling festive. Also, I missed a bunch of messages. Um, Listen, when the Precious Gem was offering that it's interesting for my mom to live between two worlds, I just want to put this out here that, like, I think growing up, I used to really think my mom was beautiful. Like, I used to see her and just think so many nice things about her. I used to really think kind things about my mother. I used to really think that she was a beautiful lady. And I feel like when I started to really think about how she treated me and my brothers, that's when I started to notice how ugly she actually was. And again, I just want y'all to think about how wild it is to have a mother who looks like Meghan Markle and for her to tell you that she's black, but all she does is nothing and be shitty to you and treat you poorly and really operate like the colonizer's daughter, what she is. Her mother is white. And I truly believe my mom did not have the tools to love herself. And I feel like that's a hard thing to say, like as an adult person, that your parent did not have the tools to love themselves, so they can't give you what you need. But I am so grateful that I'm complete in that understanding that, like, my mom does not have the tools. She's not working on getting them. I am. I have to be my own mother. And I've said this before, I'm my own grandmother, I'm my own mother. And like it's hard to be those things sometimes because sometimes I just want to be myself. Like, but I have to at times, be the one that tells myself, to put on a coat, be the one that tells myself like how to make the soup that I really like to eat, like has to be the one to create the recipes and the understanding that I have that I'm important and I'm worthy and I'm worth caring for. Like, these are things that, like, if your mother doesn't teach you that, like, you're worthy of being loved, you'll get ate up out here. I've been chewed on a few times, and again, these are things that I wasn't able to see at the time. I was really thinking like, oh, like I'll figure it out one day, and the reality is we're not going to figure it out one day. We're going to actually figure it out together in community. And so I'm taking the pressure off myself, meaning I can take the pressure off other people, meaning we can all take a fucking deep breath, can't we? If we're all supposed to figure this out together, then what are we supposed to do? We're gonna figure it out, aren't we? Like, we're gonna have to talk to each other, aren't we? Like, we're gonna have to ask each other questions, aren't we? We're not gonna be able to just act like everything's fine. It's not. And I think that that's a harder thing to hold, is that everything's not okay. We're scared. We're tired. We're not sure what's next. And again, there are people that have said, in this time, they're going to focus on themselves. And I get that. And I find that fascinating that only black women are the only group that said they're going to focus on themselves. I've noticed everybody else just, and it's just fascinating to watch. Again, I don't want to make it seem like I'm not relaxing, because I feel like I'm resting in ways that make sense, but I'm also like I'm picking up some tools to fight, but I'm not willing to pick up no blade or no fucking gun. You feel me? And I feel like that's the thing. I feel like that's what I'll leave you with. I feel like that's the good news, bitch. Is that some of us are still realizing that we can fight this shit without having to kill somebody. And again, am I saying every fight can be fought without a gun or a knife? Fuck no. Hell no, bitch. I'm House of Buffy. I believe in vampires and slaying them. Very much House of Buffy, ho. But I'll also say that not every foe gotta be defeated by you killing them or taking them off the damn board. Like, I really think that's one thing that I've learned in 2024, is that not everybody gotta get got for real. But just like I said, the people that voted for Trump, that's, feeling looking crazy, I love you. And I'm sorry. I'm sorry that you thought that shit made sense. Like, dead ass. Because again, I chose not to vote. I don't feel like I'm better than anybody for that choice, but I do think that I chose not to, like, really invest myself too deeply in the game that's being played with our fucking lives. Like, I just feel like they wanted votes, but sweetie, like, one thing that I didn't really appreciate is, like, that we're in a fucking pandemic still. Why are we not doing online voting? That's weird. On top of that, why are we why are we so motherfucking invested in dropping a poll or dropping a vote in a poll more than we're invested on getting some food? Like, it's blowing me. Like, it's really blowing me. It's genuinely, I know they have mail-in ballots, but it's still bizarre that you can't just fucking tweet and vote. Like, at this point, it's kind of crazy. But again, who knows, bitch? In 4 years, maybe that'll be how they count the votes on Twitter, bitch. I hate to say that, but it feels like that slightly. I pray. I pray this lady is not trying to fucking rent this apartment. I pray. I like, right now we don't have nobody living upstairs, and I really don't want it. I really don't. I know I'm probably sounding ridiculous, but I really just don't want nobody to live up there with her. I just don't. I just feel like she already got us. I don't want no one else to get got. You feel me? Like, it's very much like, like, it'll do, you feel me, on some babe type shit. That'll do, pig. You feel me? That'll do, but I'm not happy where we live. Of course not, bitch. It's tiny as fucking there. And on top of it, bitch, I feel like the white lady knew that she was not about to clean it. And I just didn't get that vibe. Like, she was a dirty bitch. And so I'm just kind of annoyed in a way that has only just, like, manifested more. I've only gotten more mad at the white lady that I pay rent to, because I'm just like, whoa, like, you really thought this was acceptable? So I've decided that I'm about to be the tenant that says, well, I'm going to replace these things, but we're going to take this off the rent, aren't we? Because, like, you really thought that made sense, but I don't know. Like, I'm like, there's a part of me that want to do that, and there's a part of me that's like, Bitch, don't get put out. You feel me? Like I hate that for me. When you be right, but you don't want to go, you don't want to be homeless. You know what I mean? Some people don't know what I mean, and I'm grateful. I'm grateful some of you will never have to be there trying to figure out, can you advocate for yourself or will you be homeless? You know what I mean? I hate that for us. But in other news, I finally tracked down this native man that had robbed me a few years ago. And for some of y'all following me, you may have remembered this story, but there was this native dude named Teddy in fucking Oregon that I was fucking with for a little bit. But he had played the fuck out of me with this white man. And I was like, Teddy, what the fuck is wrong with you? Like, I really dragged the shit out of him so bad that bitch, me and everybody on my Instagram. I just want to give a shout out to everybody on Instagram who was really around at that time, bitch. That was like 2 years ago, bitch. It was back when my Instagram was like Gucciana or some shit. But this motherfucker really had robbed me, bitch. The way we ate his ass up, bitch. I just want to say thank you. Because, bitch, just the way he had to put two S's on his name now, bitch, to get a new account, bitch. And so, anyways, I ate his account up again recently. And I told his white friend who reached out to me, I was like, look, I was like, yo. I was like, your account gonna get deleted again. And this time I'm going for the LLC because there's no way you're about to rob me and still act like everything's cool. And what's crazy is like me and him had a whole combo where he told me why he robbed me, which was even crazier. Like, can you imagine talking to a white person who's like trying to explain to you why him and a native man robbed you, and they're trying to make it make sense? And I'm literally looking at the phone like, screenshot, like, girl. I was like, sweetie, you don't know what you're doing right now, but I do. I was like, listen, I was like, y'all got 24 hours. If I don't see that refund, I'm going for the LLC. So pray for me. Pray for me, bitch. Pray for me. Pray for me. Pray for me that these white people and this native man get his life together, because the way they thought my ass was going to die or some shit, like, it was really crazy how they were like, oh, we remember you. All of a sudden, bitch, all of a sudden they remember what they did. All of a sudden, oh, you're that person. He gonna have the nerve to be like, oh, he's like, I think you're the person that just got our account deleted. I'm like, and the second time, I'm like, for the second time, yes. Yep, that was me. I'm like, I'm not sure why y'all keep playing with me. And he's like, no. He's like, it was Teddy who robbed you. He's like, it wasn't me over here scared and shit. I'm like, girl, why are you scared? Like, what's the point? But watch them try to pop out with some crazy shit. Like, I'm tired already about it. Cause damn, bitch, that was back in the day. That was back when I used to think like you could just trust native people, bitch. Like, I'm at a point now where it's like case by case, bitch. Honestly, I used to really be there. I used to be like, oh, I could trust all brown people. Nope. No. No. And again, I don't think that it's a crazy thing to think. I don't think that it's a crazy thing to think that BIPOC is bullshit. I feel like I remember when I realized that. Look, I was in a group chat and somebody started talking about how BIPOC is not real and how there's no unity against amongst Black people, Indigenous people, and people of color. And I was like, damn. Again, when us light skinned people get deported to Mexico, I just want y'all to know my name is gonna be Esmeralda. And I'm going to be doing hair. Absolutely. I'm about to get me some beads right now. Again, I remember in jail, they said a fat bitch had put some stuff in her belly button. That's all I'm going to say. I never been to jail, but I do be watching the jail shows. And I also heard underneath the belly on top of the pussy. That's a good hiding spot from what I heard. I've never done it. I've never tried to hide anything in my rolls. I mean, I've hit a lighter in my roll by accident. But I'm just saying, though, like, try to really, like, smuggle. No. I low-key want to do it just to see. But I feel like I would need to tell Aldi's before I did that shit. Because, yeah, bitch, I'm going to do it at Aldi's, bitch. I'm not going nowhere else to get to... Hell no, bitch. Because I feel like Aldi's might actually feel me. They might actually let me live. They might actually let me get through the doors. You know what I mean? But I'm just like, man, I wonder if I could put something in, like, right between my belly and my pussy. Probably could. Anyways, Just having a fun time. Lowest of keys though, bitch. The thing that's stressing me about like fucking stealing right now is like one time somebody in the live was like, oh, like they let you steal up to $1,000 and then they like report you. I was like, that'd be so tragic. Like on your $1,000 day, like that's when they're coming. Like, why can't they be happy for me? $1,000, like what? You've been working. You've been working hard. Like you've been out here. Shit, if you steal $1,000 worth of anything, like get it all for them. Like they really been out here doing work. I know, bitches scared to steal shit that's $20. 1,000. That's just where I'm at, though. You know, it could be different for other people. I'm in Michigan. It could be different for other people, bitch. I'm at the top of the state, bitch, in the middle of fucking nowhere. So, who knows? You know what I mean? You could be somewhere where everything's doing well. I'm stealing from Whole Foods, so low key, bitch. This man saw me stealing from Whole Foods. Like this Whole Foods worker seen me, and he didn't say shit. He just was like, he's like, bitch, I don't give a fuck. He's like, go ahead and put that mac and cheese and that fried chicken in that soup cup. I don't give a fuck. He's like, they are paying me just enough to work here, and I live for that. I'm fucking screaming. Also, I'm screaming. These two white bitches fighting with their dogs. Okay, Rosa back in the back said that they liked the conversation about Drake happening, which I really appreciated because honestly, I didn't want to stick on Drake for too long because I don't feel like people really care about what's happening with Drake. I could be wrong, but I just didn't see people caring about Drake too much. But I feel like personally, like I just hope that Drake, takes care of his baby. Like, and I think they said there's another baby named Joy America, Joy Canada or something. I'm sorry, I'm not trying to play her. Joy Esperanza, no shade. But yeah, if there's a little girl and a little boy, that's Drake's children. I hope that they take care of each other. But I'm not gonna lie, like everybody roasting Drake for calling the cops and going to the courts for Kendrick. Chef's fucking kiss. Like it's been funny as hell, like seeing people of color, especially black folk, like just react to like how they're reacting. But I have seen some Drake supporters like going in on Kendrick and saying that Kendrick is being performative. And it's so awkward because I feel like Kendrick's latest album, I'm not in the beef, so that's how you know I don't give a fuck for real. Like I really don't care. I feel like I just have to hold that like I like a lot of music and Kendrick never moved me. I know some people are not gonna care about my opinion. I love that. Please don't care. But if I have to share like my top 3 rappers, bitches that I see it for, whoa, I feel like I know people want to say Doechii, but I feel like because I'm being true to myself, Baby Mother, and she just dropped another EP. So if you don't know who Baby Mother is, I'm gonna be that person. I'm gonna be that stan, bitch. BBYMUTHA. Start with Not for Caucasians, especially if you're Caucasian. Start with Not for Caucasians. Definitely start with that song. Baby Mother this, Baby Mother that, Baby Mother's Body, Rules. Whoa. Damn, there's so many. Scam Likely, bitch. Oh my god. Damn, she got a song with Rico Nasty. I hate that I'm blanking on it right now. I hate that I'm blanking on the song with her and Rico, but definitely Rico. I feel like Doechii is my number two, only because again, I feel like let's be real, like she's been eating, she's been solid, and I'm proud of her. And I also feel like there's so many girlies that I really want to see it for and I want to scream about, but I feel like and this girly, I feel like people are sleeping on her and it's making me mad. Her name is Timar, Teamarr. She's bomb. And again, I said Doechii because I know that she's out here and she's getting uplifted in certain ways and we love to see it. She's also amazing. But baby mother, Timar, hello. Jungle Pussy, hello. Like I'm sick. Like there's so many girls. There's so many girls. But I feel like you know, we not living in a real world, bitch. We not living in a real world. Like we over here talking about male rappers. I'm so tired of it. I'm so tired of it. And again, I feel like if I could just stand out for a minute, like first of all, reasons why I love Baby Mother, reasons why I stand for her. First of all, Baby Mother is actually a baby mama. And I feel like I made videos before in the past where I was like saying that I never want to be a baby mama. And I feel like I want to be candid to anybody here who's a single mother or single parent, period, but especially single mothers. I'm sorry for being disrespectful. Like in retrospect, I feel like what I didn't want to be is abandoned. You know, I feel like that was my fear, not to become a woman who has a child, but I did not want to be abandoned. And I feel like it's an important thing to hold, especially the older I get, because I know so many women who are single parents. And again, if we called women who are abandoned mothers versus baby mothers, we'd probably be having different conversations, wouldn't we? Yeah, we talked about women who are stored in life after being left behind by a man who seemingly offered at some point to be supportive and supporting. So again, if we were talking about women in the context with what happened to them and why they're where they're at, people would never say shit like that. But we don't live in a world where people see mothers who've been abandoned as mothers who've been abandoned. We see them as mothers who are single and are with children. And it's unfortunate because again, any woman who has a child did not just spontaneously create that child. But we also have to hold, especially those of us who have mothers that don't treat us the right way or don't treat us with love or support, respect, that some of us just don't have the kind of support systems that are actually going to be there for us, like for real, and love on us correctly. And I'm a pause. I'm a pause because I feel like I want to come back and restructure this whole conversation because I feel like I definitely want to talk about abandoned mothers like in a different context. I feel like I've been talking about a lot of different things, and yeah, I feel like that makes sense to me. I love you for listening. Thank you for being here, but I also feel like the chat like got fucked up a little bit, so I'm coming back. But thank you for listening for as long as you did.